Hey everybody! In this first video, we'll break down the first 10 out of 20 must-know real estate terms related to contracts. Contracts are a huge part of real estate, both on your exam and in your career as an agent or broker. But don't worry, we'll learn these 10 terms with flashcards in an interactive way, and by the end, you'll have a solid grasp of the concepts. Before we dive in, if you want more resources, check out lexawise.com. We have a glossary, practice questions, summary ebook, flashcards, and full exam prep tools to help you succeed. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss part 2 of this video.
LexaWise, Real Estate Exam Prep.
This is how we'll do it. I'll show you a LexaWise flashcard with the definition and give you a second to think. Then I'll reveal the term and break it down for you. Here's the first one. Number 1. An oral or written agreement to do or not to do a certain thing. Think it over. What is this definition about? Ready? Contract. A contract is a legally binding agreement between two or more parties. In real estate, contracts are everywhere. Purchase agreements, listing agreements, and leases are all examples. Next. A contract in which all parties have fully performed and completed the duties and obligations required under its terms. Take your time. Got it? Executed contract. This definition is pretty easy to learn, don't you think? Now let's move to next one. An agreement created by actions of the parties involved, but there is no written record nor any actual verbal agreement. Pause and think. Got it? Implied contract. In real estate, implied contracts are less common, but can still arise if parties act in a way that suggests an agreement. Did you get the definition? Next exam term, an oral or written contract in which the parties state their terms and express their intentions in words. Pause here. Think about it. Ready? Expressed contract. For example, a buyer signs a purchase agreement that spells out the price, closing date, and conditions of the sale. This is an expressed contract because everything is clear and agreed upon. Here's a tricky one. When ownership of your mortgage is transferred from one company or individual to another. Can you guess? Think. Let's see. Assignment. For example, if a buyer is under contract to purchase a home but can't move forward, they can assign the contract to another qualified buyer, as long as the original contract allows for assignment. Key point. The assignor, the person transferring the contract, remains liable unless the contract states otherwise. All right, let's try this one. Term used when part of an agreement is changed, or an old agreement is replaced by a new one. Take a second. Got it. Novation. In a novation, all parties agree to replace the original contract with a new one, and the original party is released from liability. Next. Any legal contract which carries the force of law behind it. Think about it. Ready? Enforceable contract. Now let's see some of these legal requirements for a valid contract. Let's see if you can tell them apart. All parties entering into a contract must be legally fit, having the necessary age, ability, and authority to accomplish any given acts or duties for the contract to be valid. Think for a moment. Ready? Competent or capable parties. For example, a minor usually cannot enter into a valid contract unless a legal guardian is involved. The next one is one of the essential elements of a valid contract. It states that the contract's purpose must be lawful and not against public policy. Any agreement made for an illegal or prohibited act is void and unenforceable. Take a second to think. This one is lawful object, and here is the last term, contract which cannot be enforced in a court of law. For example, if the terms of the contract are ambiguous, if one party has a voidable contract, if the statute of limitations has expired, or if it needs to be in writing. Think about it. Ready? Unenforceable contract. And that's it for part 1 of our real estate contract term series. We covered 10 foundational terms you absolutely need to know for your exam and career. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss part 2. For more study resources, visit LexaWise's page. I left the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck and happy studying.